Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas everybody! Come on, today I'll be showing you how to create, say, a Christmas scene. What is that? Well, usually you think of something like snow, I don't know, snow and Merry Christmas and red and white. So, go into some view in Blender, add some space, okay, space, add, and text. Now, being Christmas, actually it's being Christmas, anyway, just type in Merry Christmas and a few exclamation points, and this is basically how I did my Merry Christmas everybody animation. So just center it, F9, editing tab. I've been asked to say things slowly and with shortcuts and very well explained, so I'll try this because this is very short. So in curve and surface in here in F9 editing tab, you have with extrude, bevel. Anyway, you just need to extrude this thing. Okay, so you noticed it is now 3D. Okay, before it just had Z and X axis. Now it has the Y axis, the depth. Okay, so now you have this. Okay, and as for bevel depth and bevel resolution, look what happens when I increase the bevel depth value. Okay, so it's kinda nice, smooth edged, but bevel resolution makes a thicker mesh. Okay, how? Well, go into wireframe and notice how many edges there are created here. Okay, so that's basically unnecessary if you plan to do it on low res. So just cancel this. Okay, and now for it, my first mistake was I tried editing. I pressed tab, but it brings me into font editing. Okay, font. So with the cursor in the 3D view, press Alt-C to convert the mesh. So now you have convert the font to curve, single filling group, and mesh. For this we'll need mesh. Okay, so now go back to editing mode, and you notice you have the vertices. Okay, one vertex, two vertices, three. Never mind. Okay, so now go into materials tab, F5, and select your material. Okay, we won't be needing any texture, so we'll clear this one. Okay, so let's go with red. What's a red? Well, FF 4 zeros in hexadecimal code. Okay, so it's a pure red. So let's go to render. Okay, Blender internal, because I use Yafre at the moment. It's kinda nice, but then again, it takes a lot. So let's go with the camera in this place. Now, press Ctrl, Alt, and 0 on the numpad, and you notice it brings you the camera in that position. Render, and now let's move the light. Okay, press Shift Z, and now move your light. This is how your camera will see everything. Okay, notice there is a slight difference between Alt-Z, the textured mode, and the shaded mode. Okay, Shift-Z. This is how your camera gets it. F12. Very nice shaded. Okay, so let's go into front view to have this thing. Press numpad 5 to go into orthogonal. You kinda see this on my maths. Okay, so press tab basically, and now go into F9 editing and create a new material. They'll call it material 2. Very original, but then again, just select the first half, like this. Press B, and then you'll have this tool, which I think is called the select tool. So just select the first half. Okay, and click assign. whilst on the second layer. Okay, so you'll have 2 mat 2, assign, and now step out of edit mode, 5 on the numpad to get to perspective mode, and as for 2 mat 2, we'll go with white. So you notice it looks like it's been snowing for a while. Well, if I ever see any snow rectangular, never mind. Okay, so basically now you just need to apply the materials. Okay, specularity for the snow pretty high, hardness pretty low, and as for this one, I'd say 0 specularity, emittancy pretty high, and that's about it, I think. Let's go with render. It looks like carbonic ice, I don't know, dry ice it's called, yeah. So that's pretty much it. Now let's go for the particles. Okay, add a plane, scale it by pressing S, of course, move it up so it won't be seen in the camera, like this, and go into physics tab. For this you need to press F7 twice. Particles in here, new, so you have amount. Anyway, I think I've covered that up in the particle tutorial. So let's go with particle motion. You'll basically have the Z-axis as a force. So this will be what is usually referred as snowing. This is the gravitational pull. And now it snows. So it's pretty nice. Let's see how nice it is on the camera. Let's move a few. Add a new material and press Halo. Not the game, but the material. A very nice game indeed. Halo size. Let's go with 0.05. I'm just saying. And go with lines. Lines. Reduce this to 2. Let's render. So you have a very nice snow effect, okay? Merry Christmas everybody. But hang on, what the hell is this? You never see a blue sky while snowing, I think. Anyway, just go with black, okay? F12. That's more like it. And now parent your light to the camera, or just make the camera apparent for the light. Go into top view. This is gonna be nice. Add curve Bezier circle. Okay? Bezier, never mind. Just make the circle apparent for this camera. Follow path. Okay? You know, just Control P if you have any questions. And let's move this after we go into editing tab. Okay, path length. We'll set to 250. This is how many frames it takes the camera to follow the circle, okay? For a complete cycle. So let's move this circle to the second layer by pressing M and 2. Okay, yeah, as you can see, it's here. And let's just render. Okay, it's not as nice as my original, of course. Nobody can do it as nice as me. Actually, I think you can. But never mind that. Just set the amount to 20k. Looks like a Borg, but never mind that. And 250 start minus 65. This is how much the snow takes, okay? Just go into scene F10, disable shadows, you know, you won't need it. Oversampling, nah. Motion blur, this is interesting. Just go to 1, render, and you notice your particle motion. So this is it. Merry Christmas to y'all. Of course, if you're celebrating Hanukkah, I'm sorry, can't do Hanukkah now. As usual, I add bloom. Some people find it very nasty, but only I know how much I work to get bloom. And never mind, just do sequence, render, blah blah. Shall I say end of story? End of story. Merry Christmas to y'all and a Happy New Year.